Hello and welcome to Through Lines Information MiB. Right, I don't know whether this is working, whether it's all total test as normal, because I'm not used to how this works and Streamlab is useless. So, right, if we've got it right, we've got the Retro Crave Comics here, hello, Warlord, hello, we've got Comic Dino, hello, we've got Sam, the man, where is he? He's there. And I think that's it so far. That's all who wants to put up with me at the minute. So let me just see. It looks like I've gone live. I'm getting some smiley faces, or they're putting up with me. So let's change the comments so I can see. Oh God, it's working. Right. So does this look very clear, or does it look a little bit blocky? Because it should be 720p. I'll move the mouse out of the way so I'm not bothering everyone. Inbounds, hey. So, right, don't know how long it's going to last, and we'll just do a quick unboxing to show you. Is the sound okay? Sounds good, right? That's the main thing. Right, so got my first gift, and thank you, Sam. I feel a little bit guilty. Should I be getting gifts? I don't know, but thank you very much. I didn't argue with you. I just said yeah. So let's see what it is. And it's bigger than I thought. I don't know whether I expected them to be smaller. And now we've got to see if you can see it on the camera. Right. So, oh, it's all still sealed. So we have got, let me change the camera a bit again so I can actually see what I'm doing. Right, so we let the camera focus. Put it in front of the face. We've got a Funko soda. Now these are bigger than I thought. Obviously they're can size, but I don't know, for some reason thought they'd be smaller. So we can see it's a Funko soda Robin. So let's see what we've got. Never done one of these. Keep it in shot again. I can see what everyone's saying now. They are a little bit awkward to open. Right, we're not looking at the bottom there, nearly did. I'll show you. The pogs in the bottom, or whatever you call them. So, what I've got, looks like I've got the standard one, which is still really nice. So, there we go. Cover up my face so the camera focuses. We have Robin, Funko Soda. It's on the back of it. They're really nice quality, probably a bit more solid than the Funko Pops. So, this will be going somewhere. Right, let's show the Pog. Or you can laugh at me now. So it's one of the, what was it? 8,300. So, no, 6,300. Right, that's really nice. So thank you very much for that, Sam. That will go on top of the TV and where we're doing recordings. I can't do it on the laptop because the laptop's not fast enough. So, and we've got a new bed delivered, and I can't get rid of the mattress because the council won't take it. So it's in where we're doing the recordings at the minute. So thank you very much for that, Sam. That distance is better for focusing. And I saw some of you talking about what to do. Hello. I keep on looking for that Kraken. I probably shouldn't be mentioning that word just now, so I'll shut up. But I've been looking for something for what to do, but I don't know. I can't find it for sale at the minute, and the prices are high. So I've been looking at all different pops and bits and bobs just for a little bit of my collection at the minute, because I'm just trying to get bits that I would like. So, hello Grayman. So let's go through everyone from the beginning. Let's go through everyone that's tuned in. So the Retro Cave Comics was here first, and then then me commenting. Then we've got Sam. I won't say Samuel. I'll say Sam. And then we've got Comic Dino. We've got Warlord, and we've got Inbound, sorry, Grayman. Hello, Grayman, from down south. And I'll say Luke actually for Inbound, as soon as you put the name. Now, the Grayman's put Kraken Rum. I don't know that. I hardly drink, to be honest, so a bit of this or our own Coke will do me. Right, I saw a couple of people talking about Forbidden Planet. What's everyone think about what's going on with Forbidden Planet? Have they been hacked, or are they going Pete Tong and they've gone bankrupt, and we're not going to get anything? I cancelled a load of comics beforehand a month ago because I was a bit worried. and I've still got, what was it, Batman 96, a couple of variants to come, but I cancelled everything because I just didn't trust it, and that was my one trusted comic supplier. So what's everyone else think? Let's see what everyone else is saying. I'll go on the actual live so I can see it faster. Yes, it saves you having a double sound, so yeah. I must admit, if I got the chase, I'd have had to send it back to you. Yeah, it says supposedly cyber attack, but what's it been 2 weeks where nothing's happened? No, not many statements on the Facebook. So I don't know what's going on with Forbidden Planet. So if Forbidden Planet's gone, really I'm a bit stuffed for how I get hold of some of the comics other than a bit of eBay. So and they're marked up a bit, so I might have to have a day out in London and see what I can find, or Leicester, because I think Leicester is where there might be some more comic shops, but I just don't know. So you're probably going to have to let me know and if anyone knows of any just on outside or inside Lincolnshire somewhere. I don't think there's any, but I think there might be a comic shop in Hull. But I'm going to have to do a bit of homework and then take you with me and see what we can find. So just have a look at the text. Just saying about the Comic Dino saying about data security. But nothing. We all don't know much about Forbidden Planet at the minute. So, anyone else want to come live then? Let's. Now I've got to work out what to do for an invite. And warning, we don't want any Vernons on here if anyone's watched the US. So let's see, we've got 7 people watching me. Graham, you do something every day. I can't keep up with you. I'm hitting a good time, so we might see if any. That's a shame, Warlord, that you're working. But it doesn't matter. There's no pressure. I just have to figure what to talk about. So, who's collecting Funko Pops and what are they trying to collect at the minute? I will have a go at messing around with a screen share and the Chrome tab, and let's share this. Is it working? Right, there we go. So I can see that's working now. I've never done that before. So I've been looking at Funko Pops and I've been looking at these, the limited edition ones and with a pin. And my wife quite likes them as well. So if she likes them, I might get away a little bit more with buying some. But they've been marked up. I tried to use my USA shipping address on Funko to get hold of that Tula Funko Pop and a Irish one for $15 each. So that would and delivery. So that including delivery, that would have only been, what would it be, £29. But automatically Funko blocks me and refunded. Well, supposedly at the minute I've got to double check the refunded money, so I've got to work out another way to get hold of some of the pops, because they will not ship to that PO box in the USA. So let me bring the web page up again, and I'll show you the other one I've been. So this is working. Right. That's the other one I've been looking for. Barkingham one with a nice pin. I think really if I could just get hold of that one, I'd be quite happy. I don't want to collect too many of them. Just a couple of ones that I quite like. So, right, let's go have a look at. I can see why Discovery Bay has so much fun, because you're trying to bounce around so many different screens. It's hard to keep up with everything. So let's go back on StreamYard. So let's have a look at what everyone else has said. Sam said he's got a mystery box coming, and yeah, Funko won't ship to Stackery. They ship to my US, and well, yeah, I'm not too happy with my US at the minute, because they've been crap, to be honest. And they give me a 20 quid voucher, but whether I'm actually going to use it again, because it took them a week to find my parcel with them. Whereas Stackery, I did it on the longest delivery day, and they come within 5 days. So I'm using Stackery again. I'm just wait. I'll tell you now. I'm currently waiting for. I've got 2 Vantage. That should me. I've got 2 Vantage Season 10 boxes coming, and one I bought, and then I found out if you are Patreon for Comic Vantage, which is $35 instead of $40, you can get one of their boxes every month included with that Patreon. So that saves you $5. You don't have to battle for a box. But I think they only have 23 more spots for Patreon members. So if you're interested in a Comic Vantage box and don't want to have to fight the queue every month, do that, because it's obviously saves $5, and you know you're going to get one without fighting for it. So I've ordered an extra of those. I didn't expect my box or my Patreon membership to include the box until the July box, but Comic Vantage, as soon as they messaged me straight away, and they said, we keep so many boxes back for Patreon members just in case. So you never know. In my 2 Season 10 Comic Vantage, I might have 2 banana yellow Wolverine issues, the ones that are going for $200. If I manage to get 2, that'd be amazing. Sell one and keep one. But if I get 2, I'll have to sell. If I just get one of them, if I'm lucky enough, I'll sell it so I can buy some more mystery boxes, so I can keep on showing you everything. So there's so many comics I'd love to keep, but I just can't keep too many, because it gives me a bit of cash flow to keep on buying bits and bobs to show you. So what's everyone saying? Let's try and catch up. Let's go on the. I haven't crashed it. It's on the go slow. Let's see what happens. Sorry, I'm going. Probably should have some music playing in the background. We'll probably get a. Inbounds, or sorry, Luke. Do you just get the one charge for import and duty? You know, the £13. or do they do it on each, or is it just on that single parcel? Because I've only shipped one pop and one T-shirt in that last box with the Comic Vantage and the Choo Choo Comics box. Thanks, Raymond. I'll not bore people with music. My music, anyway, people might not like it. So what's it? So wait to see what Luke says about that. Is there much of a delay? As in, if I'm moving my hands and everything, does it all look fast enough? Because obviously, here in the sticks in the UK, in Lincolnshire, I'm not far from the exchange, but I only get fastest internet I can get is 6 megabytes. So brilliant. That means my new microphone. If anyone wants a microphone for doing the channel and everything, just let me unplug it. Right, that should be back again. Can everyone hear me again now? That should be a yes. So yeah, the microphone I was showing you, if anyone's interested, all it is the off Amazon the Boya MM1 microphone, and they've tested it with a Rode against a Rode microphone as well, and the Rode one's what 50, 60 quid, that one's 20 odd quid, and that one's a lot, just the same reviews. So that's why I got that one, because everyone when I'm doing my videos was saying that, and I when I look back at some of the videos, you could hear the focus when they were zooming on comics. So latest Grayman, yeah, I can see you're gonna head off your premiere. But you got to do that because you got over 1,000 of subs. I haven't got that. I've only got 100 and well, I've got 169. One day we'll hit big with the channel eventually. So what else is everyone saying? Yeah, I can say that's all right. Then I'll only get one customs charge, not per each pop. Then. So, what is everyone else doing at the minute with comics wise? Is our local shops open? And whereabouts is everyone? Without obviously saying too much details. I'm near Boston, Lincolnshire, but if I say to everyone I'm just down the road, well, probably 20 minutes away from Skegness, people know where Skegness is. So it's where everyone's coming at the minute. But Birmingham, well, you've got Forbidden Planet and you've got lots of different shops. Well, 14th, isn't it, when all the shops are opening? Hopefully, you'll be able to get some bits and bobs. Depends on what they've had delivered. Oh, your shop's been trading, has it, Sam? Yeah, because I think you've shown some bits and bobs. You're only just down. You're aren't you, Comic Dino? You're only just across. I was meant to be going to the MCN Comic Con, and that all got cancelled. Took them money, and then was it finally 3 or 4 months on? They finally got a refund. So I don't whether I'll be going again to that MCN. I don't know at the minute, but I haven't been to Comic Con, so I don't know what to expect. Some of the ones down London are probably a bit more exciting. I don't know, but Birmingham's easy to get to. What 2.5 hours, and I'm there. So yeah, what did you? You just got everything to hand around, really, haven't you? So I'd love a proper comic shop to just go browse and sit for a day going through comic boxes. I ordered no end of Empire stuff, and then I just cancelled it because I thought, am I buying it to read it, or just buying it for the sake of the channel? And I'll be honest, on my videos for looking at new comic pickups, people aren't hardly watching those, so I'm gonna keep collecting some comics, and those comics I'm gonna try and I'm gonna start collecting some of the Scotty Young variants, because I really quite like those. And the wife has agreed. She said to me that yesterday, where we do the recording from a channel mainly in the dining room, we're going to put up the HOTS variants for the I've forgotten it now. HOTS variants for Absolute Carnage, and we're going to put up the Marvel variants, the Bagley variants, when adjoining ones. We're going to put those up on the wall. So we'll have a few more we'll have some comics on there, and I'll probably record that as I'm doing it, or whether we go live, I don't know. The wife might not like that, but if I don't tell it's recording, I'll get away with it. Oh! Need to keep it. Hello.
Hello there.
Now this is just a minute, so I can't hear it. Are we getting any feedback? I can just hear you.
Can you hear me?
Comic Dino. I don't know whether we got any. I can hear you now. Yes.
Loud and clear. Yeah.
Looks like there's a bit of a delay, but we'll work around that. So you haven't got any comics more recently, then?
I've had a few come through.
eBay purchases.
Oh yeah, I've got quite a few eBay purchases. I think during the lockdown I went a little bit overboard on eBay. And I've had a few things come through from Forbidden Planet as well, but I think that was just before the website went down, so nothing since then for me.
Yeah, well, I thought it was strange because I'd had some stuff obviously well before the website, and they stopped sending some of the bits and bobs. But that because I've got now I'm trying to think of it. Is that wraparound comic I got? But then Retro Cave, he got a delivery. Would it be last week when they started delivering again? And I thought, well, I had that 2 months ago. So I found that strange. So, but I don't know. I've got a bad feeling with Forbidden Planet at the minute. What on earth's going on? Because normally I can rely on them. So.
Yeah, I don't usually have a problem with them either, to be honest. They're usually pretty reliable.
The only thing I find more awkward was some of their subscriptions. It's only for the main one. You can't always get a subscription for, let's say, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Eastman variants. You can't do a subscription for that. You can do it for the main one, but not. That
was
a bit more awkward.
Yeah, I've noticed the same as well. It's a shame that they don't do that, really.
It is, but then probably my expectations that being too much because they generally have been really good. So let's add on Lee.
Here's Lee
What's he been buying now?
playing his game.
Can you hear
Are
me?
you winning?
I'm not. I never
Yeah,
do.
we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What game is it?
What game is it? I was playing Metal Slug. Do you remember that game?
Yep,
Metal Slug.
No,
it's a great
This is
game.
about. Yeah.
no.
No. It was Neo Geo. Neo Geo. Yeah.
I've got yeah, but they were bloody expensive. So was it the only
No,
console?
I never had.
I was Game Boy.
No. No, I couldn't
No.
afford
I
Neo
had a
Geo.
Game Boy.
Yeah.
But
You had a
that,
Game
Yeah,
that
Boy?
was
we couldn't afford
Nintendo.
Neo Geos in the ghetto, not in Birmingham.
No chance.
No.
No way. No. No. Way too
I
expensive.
still remember. I can still picture one on a school trip on the bus. One that lad. There's the little game with a little flick at the top, wasn't there? As it slid in, if memory serves me right. I don't know why it sticks in my head. There's like a real thin card, and then it loops around at the top.
Like a
Pull
Game
it
Gear.
out.
Sega.
I remember the Game Gear. I always wanted one with the TV tuner.
Oh yeah, with the TV tuner.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
it was this.
That was the first
Or it
Pokemon
was-
edition, wasn't it?
Or it was this.
Oh, look at that double barrel. He's got both.
Double barrel. Double barrel.
My Game Boy's at the loft.
Was it?
But then Alexander, my little boy, he's mad on my DS because I've got one of the R4 cards, so I've got thousands of games. So he's quite happy with playing on that. Now I'm messing around with Mario Kart. So
I'm not very
Anyone
good at
got a
Mario
Switch?
Kart. I'm dreadful at Mario Kart. Like anything driving games, I'm terrible.
driving games were my favourite. I always used to play the rally games on the PC. It's either rallying games or Counter Strike. That's what I used to play.
Isn't Counter Strike like that's a big boy game, isn't it? Don't you have to be like really good to play that?
Yeah.
You used to be. It's funny because everyone's big on obviously Call of Duty, but Counter Strike hasn't really improved much graphics wise. But the gameplay used to be brilliant, and the amount of maps that were out there was amazing. But there still is a massive community for Counter Strike. When you catch the right people, they're like, I didn't realise that it was still going. But I used to play that for hours when I was at, because I used to be a computer technician and everything. So in 2000, I used to play that tons. So
what's
what you been up to then?
What's your favourite game?
Favourite game?
Yeah,
minute,
of
I've
all
been playing
time.
a bit of Fallout. Of all time. Fallout, the Fallout. I played Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 when it came free on the Xbox One. I've played a lot of those. I'd have to say that's favourite at the minute. I'm just trying to think. It'd have to be some of the Mario games, Mario, Wario Land, and all those kind of ones when I was little on the Game Boy.
Good choice, man.
Yeah.
Good choice. Classics.
Because Tetris was brilliant. I loved all those games. And if you think of it now, the newer games, there's ways to get round if you can't do it. Whereas in the old, like Mario, if you couldn't jump across the thing, you couldn't complete the level. There was no cheat for a super jump.
No saves.
Yeah, that's it. No saves.
You had to be good.
Old school, man. Yeah, and I think kids these days don't realize that pain. You know, when you sort of get to the end of a level and then you die, and you got to go right back. You know.
Yeah, the people that were completing, it's like when you watch those people doing Flappy Bird or something. That the skill for some of that is excellent. In comparison to.
I used to leave my computer on all night. You know, if I got so far in the game because you couldn't save, so I just used to leave the computer switched on, and hopefully my mum didn't turn it off.
I used to play dial-up and dial-up with Call of Duty, not Call of Grand Theft Auto. When that first came out on the PC, I used to do dial-up. The telephone bills must have been massive for that.
The first one, the top-down one.
That was one of my favourite games.
I used to like that.
Yes, like Micro Machines.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, the bird's eye view.
The top-down. Yeah, that was brilliant.
When you hit the crew of people and you got a Garanga.
Yeah.
All those people in orange jackets. That was
brilliant. Them down.
Did you play Vice City?
What was your?
That was my favourite Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it was a good one.
I like Vice City. Yeah.
The soundtrack on that was amazing as well.
Well, that was it. Yeah, it was because it's an 80s soundtrack. I'm just like a big 80s fan music-wise, so
yeah,
that was awesome. Yeah.
Well, the boys and I will often sit down and watch some of the 80s TV shows or some of the movies. Like Alexander's big on Short Circuit. He loves watching that.
Oh, Johnny Five.
He was there, be singing along. I'm a hero to that.
Yeah.
And what were we watching the other day? We was watching Chippendale Rescue Rangers. That was one of my favourites, and he watches that. But what other games were your favourites?
I had loads growing up, man. I had loads growing up. But one particular game I don't think it's a massively popular game, but like I'm old enough to have been of the Spectrum age. So I used to play a lot of that when I was a real little kid. And there used to be a game called Rastan, and it was sort of kind of like Conan the Barbarian ripoff. And he had this massive sword.
I got that. Yeah.
No, have you really?
Yeah, I've got it somewhere. You carry on talking. I'll have a look.
We didn't have the console, but we had the Amiga 500 Plus, and we used to the amount of games that we had on that was amazing. Because there's like a Mario variant called the Great Guinea Sisters or something. That was a brilliant game.
Gone.
Because he used to buy.
It's gone.
Didn't get the comics then, but he used to get all the Amiga Amiga magazines where you got your free games on the front of it.
Yeah, I remember them days.
Get those. But where's he gone?
I think
he's
got
tons of stuff.
I thought I had it. I thought I had the Rastan, but I haven't. It was it was Ease the Vanishing. Yeah, and Golden Axe.
Yeah,
remember Golden Axe? Yeah,
he used to have that massive sword Rastan, and you used to, it was a massive Conan ripoff. Yeah.
Oh, it was definitely. Yeah, I remember the game though. It was awesome.
Golden Axe was a favourite though, mate. You just mentioned that. Yeah, that was a big one for me.
Golden Axe. Yeah.
And Double Dragon as well when I was a kid.
Yeah. What did you have? Did you have the Master System or anything?
I had a Master System and a Game Boy at the time. Yeah.
And a Game Boy. Yeah.
I just had the Game Boy, and then we had the Amiga 500 Plus, obviously, and we had a PlayStation later on, and then obviously now I've got the Xbox, but I was PlayStation all the way. But then when we got broken into, what would it be, just over a year ago, or a year and a half ago now, my PlayStation got stolen, so I replaced it with an Xbox. So.
Yeah, I'm just rocking a PlayStation at the moment now.
Well, it won't be long till the next gen comes out, right? It's not going to be that long away. I'll probably.
I didn't hear that very well then. Sorry.
The next generation is not going to be that long away now. Xbox 5, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox.
Yeah, but is it going to be such a massive jump?
No, I don't know.
Because I wonder if some people are going to go back into the PC side of it, because that's what I always used to do. I used to do a lot of the because I'd have a better graphics card and RAM gaming on the PC rather than on an Xbox.
Yeah.
Hey Chad, are you alright?
That's the way. I think it's the way it's going with Xbox anyway. I think they're going to more the modular side of gaming now. So you can upgrade parts
I'm hating
rather than
the games we have to keep on paying for bits and bobs. I don't like that.
That makes more money for them, though, don't it? I don't think anyone's a fan of that whole, sort of selling chunks of games off, But for them, that's greedy. They get more money, don't they, out of people that way?
No, but the kids are so used to that now. That's starting to be the way, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it becomes the norm. Yeah.
Did anybody get that Joker 80th anniversary?
Say again, sorry.
Did you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me on these headphones?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Did anybody get the that 80th anniversary Joker book? Has anyone ordered it or seen it? No. I was thinking. I don't know. I was going to get it. I don't know. I was just looking for some recommendations if it was any good or not. Because it was that. There was this really cool.
Turned up.
Yeah, the Joker 80th anniversary book. I think it's out now.
I ordered the Jim Lee one, and then I cancelled it.
Is that the one with the fish on the front?
Oh no, actually,
when I ordered it, Forbidden Planet.
That's the one I've ordered. That's the Martina cover, I think, with the fish on the cover.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one I've ordered from Forbidden Planet.
So is that out now?
I've just seen Economics and Comics showed that the ones he bought of the 80th anniversary ones, he'd bought 5 or 6. They all look quite nice, but I'm pleased at the minute I did cancel it because obviously what's going on with Forbidden Planet at the minute.
I think, was it out this week?
Yeah. I don't know, because I want to check my Forbidden Planet orders. I can't see.
No.
If I ordered it, I can't remember if I ordered it. No.
I ordered it but cancelled it, but I've got to double check on my bank account, see if they've actually refunded it.
I suppose that's an issue as well, really, if you think about it, because if you wanted to cancel some stuff on your list right now, you can't actually get into your account to cancel anything either, can you?
No. I don't know what's going on with Forbidden Planet. They could have whether it totally destroyed the servers and they got to start from the beginning. I don't know, but they haven't said much.
I think what I read was that they before they made a public announcement, they needed to do a real deep check on to see whether any details were leaked. Like user details, passwords, payment information, all that stuff. That's what I read.
Yeah. The worst thing is we all can't log on now and change passwords and everything, can we?
No, I think they will be asking people. He says on the message, I think it says they'll be asking people to change their passwords on the 15th when it goes live.
Going through the chat, saying what other people have been saying. And we're looking just before I went live, my little one come down, and I had to tuck him in bed 3 times. So, but I can be noisy at the minute because the wife's on a night shift, so I don't have to worry about making any noise. That's all right. Boys will stay asleep. That's the worst bit. I had a few hours sleep earlier, so that I could go a bit later tonight. Chad saying he got the 90s variant Joker 80th. Chad, what was the artist on that?
And where did you get it from, Chad?
Chad would have got it. Chad would have got it from his LCS in America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as I thought, they came out today, the 80th anniversary ones. You spoil in the US. We struggle to get hold of some bits sometimes, and I must admit, the comic scene in Lincolnshire, in my little or around my area, I never remember seeing any of the Marvel comics or anything. So I remember we used to get the Beano, but I think everyone used to get the Beano or the Dandy. So
yeah.
I think it's a bit of a gateway comic, really, the Dandy and Beano in Britain, isn't it? You know, you sort of start there and then you progress on to things like the Hulk and Spider-Man.
Yeah, definitely.
But you see, I never even remember seeing any of those. The only thing I progressed onto, they did have some Turtles ones. I had two of them where they opened up into the big posters. I wish I kept them now, but there's no end of stuff you end up getting rid of that you wish you kept.
So you're a big Turtles fan, aren't you?
Well, when I started 6 months ago, is there like what I'm into? What was my favourites? And the Turtles was always my favourite because other than TV shows, Turtles was my favourite, and I can remember a lot of the storylines to that. And the other stuff was a lot of the Disney cartoons that I was really big on those. Those were my staples. But then in the 90s, I remember I can distinctly remember Iron Man, X-Men, and Spider-Man. I watched those like mad, but I think they was on Live and Kicking on Saturday mornings, wasn't they? Those cartoons.
It's got a good chance. It's got a good chance.
Probably.
Yeah.
It must have been Saturday morning TV. I remember that. I remember Iron Man with all his different suits, his water suit, his space suit, and bits and bobs. I remember a lot of the storylines for X-Men and Spider-Man. I remember him going to see the doctor because he kept on. He was almost mutating into a spider. I remember that. Later on, I remember that. But there's lots of bits I remember, but never remember actually seeing any of the comics in my local shops. I've got a friend who used to be more coastal. He used to collect. He's got the whole collection for the Star Wars comics, but then he's in his mid to late 40s. So, and I'm 37. So whether there's a bit of a difference there due to a bit of age of what was seen to be available in some areas, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I think what got me.
Yeah.
I think what got me into the comic books, I think, was the old Spider-Man cartoon. You know, Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I think that's what did it for me. Right. And I think I was a little boy when that was on, and it was like watching that was like the coolest thing I'd ever seen. So much so that for one birthday, I got given a Spider-Man outfit for my birthday when I was a kid, and I would not take this thing off, man. I would wear it underneath my school uniform and go to school just in case I needed to fight crime. You know, that's how obsessed with that cartoon I was, man.
That's crazy. Like I'm a farmer's son, so the staple of being a farmer's son, you always have a little pocket knife with you, and I always used to have one in my school bag. God forbid if any of the kids did it now, you'd get arrested or something. and my thoughts would never be, oh, I've got it to protect me. No, it's for cutting string on the bales or something like that. But I remember the old Hulk TV series. I used to watch that. I don't know. Always used to be repeated, I think, on ITV.
A live action one.
I remember watching that one. little.
Yeah.
What did you say, Lee?
Was it the live action one or the animated? The Hulk.
Not the animated. It'd be
Live action.
I can't remember. Is the first TV series of the Hulk, wasn't it? With that I can picture him.
Ferrigno.
He's a bodybuilder or something, wasn't he?
That's it. Yeah, Lou Ferrigno.
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because part of the staples back then would have been I'd have watched that if it was repeated. It would have been Knight Rider, A-Team. What's the other one? Littlest Hobo used to like that. And there's another one where it had a bloke called Michael, and he used to be was it Almost an Angel or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, what was that?
Because he was the actor who was in Little House on the Prairie, wasn't it?
Yeah. He used to have like a brown leather jacket, didn't he? Yeah, I remember it.
I'm gonna have to have a look now, see it.
All of these TV shows and no one's talking about Knight Rider. What's happening?
I did say Knight Rider.
Wow.
I did say Knight Rider.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, did you? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah. Do you remember? Was it Nighthawk or something, or Street Hawk? There was like the motorbike version
Oh yeah.
and the helicopter.
Do you remember the second series for Knight Rider? Where not the second, the more modern one where they had a motorbike which joined into the two motorbikes which joined to a car then separated. It's more of a futuristic one in the late 90s or 2000s. Do you remember that? Did you ever see that?
Oh, that's when they tried to do the reboot, isn't it? I think you were talking about.
Yeah, they tried to reboot it.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And there'd always be a little showing of the Hoff coming back. I remember that. Airwolf, yes. Used to watch Airwolf. That was amazing.
Wolf, that's it. Yeah.
I still remember that theme tune.
Ditto. I was just thinking that. Another one just popped into my head and it's gone out again. I hate it when you get on the camera sometimes. You know it straight away and then you get on the camera and you think, no, gone out of my head. Flash Ray saying he picked up I Hate Fairyland. But Flash Ray, I can't get away with putting those comics on the wall because don't they say fuck Fairyland or something. So I can't have that on. MI Fun Company, hey, or should I say Night Owl now? Since you changed the name. Am I missing anyone else? I don't think so. So what other TV series can you remember? I'm gonna load up and see what else I can find.
I tell you what, I did. The Equalizer.
Yeah,
that was a great TV. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I tell you what, I did enjoy as well when I was a kid. And Martin, I think your kids were watching it the other day. I saw on Instagram the raccoons, the old cartoon.
The raccoons, yes.
I used to love that, man.
Yeah, Cyril Sneer.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still going?
No.
I don't know.
No, okay. So. I just wondered because I saw it on Instagram. You were watching it, and I was like, I didn't know whether it was still going or whether it was just the old stuff.
Quantum Leap, that was one of my big favourites. That was a staple. That was.
Yep.
I always used to watch. I watched all of those.
Yeah, it's a favourite of mine. That was as well. And
let's share the screen because Chad's showing off which one he got. Is so I've got. Let's go to. I'll work out how to do this now. Keep on chatting away if you want, just while I load this up.
That looks like what am I looking at there? Like, because I'm doing this on my phone, it's like the screen's really small. What pop is that?
Yeah.
That's the Buckingham Palace one. They've released ones where they've got a little pin badge in with them now. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one Chad's got.
That's nice.
And what's that? The 90s one, I think he is. I think he said. That one's brilliant. That one is.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm not sure which one is the Martina cover then. What decade is that from?
Well,
Sure.
right. What was it?
Right, boys, I gotta go.
All right, Lee.
All right, yeah, I'll catch you later.
Yeah.
Okay, you take care, mate.
Right.
See you later, Paul.
Here we go. Here's some of the comic ones. Let's see what it shows on if I go shopping.
I think the Martina is the one with the fish on it, I think.
Let's see if we can find a better page. There we go. Can you see that one? That's the Martina one, yeah, with the fish on it.
So what decade is that supposed to be? Do we know?
That's the 60s.
Oh, okay, that's the 60s. That makes sense.
Let's go to the top, see what we've got. So you've got the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010. You'd have thought, I'd have thought they'd have done the 2021, really, but right. So 1950s was the first chow one, if I can pronounce it right. Then Martina with the fish.
I like that. That's the Sinkovich one, isn't it?
Sinkovich. That's how. That's Sinkovich. Now you see, I don't like that because it's just not as comic-y for me.
Yeah.
I love the Delotto one.
That's Chad's one, yeah.
Yeah. For me, Joe, that one's quite good. But I don't quite like the face and the shoulders for some reason. I don't like the Jock one actually.
No, I'd probably say no. I wouldn't put it in my out of all of those in my favourites. No.
But then I ordered the Jim Lee one, didn't I?
Which one's the Jim Lee?
I don't know. But then it's only shown from 50s, and it said there was a. I could have swore there's a Jim Lee one. I'm gonna have to type it in now. Someone else has searched for it.
Is it an incentive variant?
I don't know. I know if you got in pretty early and if you could get some of them quite cheap on Forbidden Planet.
Yeah, because they might just be the standard variants. So if it's like a 1 in 10 or a 1 in 25, it might not. Might not be shown
Yeah.
there.
I don't know, but it never mentioned that on Forbidden Planet when I ordered that ages ago. I'll probably end up wishing I didn't actually buy it. Let's see if it actually loads up the image for that. There you go. That's the Jim Lee one, and it says 1970s.
Which one am I looking at?
That's the Jim Lee one, not classed as Jim Lee 1970s.
Oh,
that's the one. That's the one I did order. I ordered it blind, not knowing what it was going to be like, but I thought I'll go for that one because it's got obviously, but it does look pretty nice actually, with Two-Face and Riddler, Poison Ivy on there.
yeah, I can see it now.
The bats in the background. I don't know the bats. Obviously, Scarecrow.
That'd be Man Bat, I should imagine, in the back left there.
Yeah. Batman used to watch on Channel 4 as well. Used to watch the obviously early Sunday mornings, I think it was on Channel 4. You'd always have Batman, the original series. Used to watch that a lot.
Mm. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. The old Batman stuff. Have you been watching the Harley Quinn animated show?
No.
It's really good. I'd definitely recommend it. It's good fun. Yeah, it's not for kids, like, so I wouldn't let the little ones watch it.
No. Well, luckily they're back at school and nursery now. Well, Dexter's in nursery 3 days a week, so that gives me a bit more free time.
Yeah, there's a lot of F-bombs in there. So yeah, watch out.
You get too many windows loading up. There we go. Let's minimise.
Right, Martin, I'm gonna have to jump off as well myself, mate. I'm gonna have to say goodbye.
Yeah, I'll let you head off, but we got a bit of success, so I got to see people who's talking to me on the other chats. So
yeah, congratulations on your live stream, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll try and do a few more as I'm building up the confidence and everything now as well. So keep well, and we'll see you again another time.
See you later, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Cheers. Hi, Grayman.
Hi, mate.
How did your premiere go?
Yeah, it's all right. There was 7 people in there, no more or less than usual. You were saying about I've got lots of people like watch, but it's like I've got loads of subs, but not many people watch my videos, to be honest, because I've got subs from all different things, mainly from heavy metal, to be honest, from all the gigs that I used to do videos of. So it's not really all comic people on my channel. So I was trying to get in earlier.
Say again, sorry.
I was trying to get in earlier when you had about 3 people in, and I came in then, but I realised I'd come onto the thing, but I hadn't pressed enter the blinking studio, so I was sitting there, but I hadn't actually entered the studio yet. That was my mistake.
Yeah, well, I was dotting around on the screen, and I can see why Discovery Base struggles sometimes, because you trying to just keep it going, and it's a little bit of a struggle trying to work out everything you're doing on the screen.
Yeah, but
so,
what are you using it?
People who do it really well.
Well, it's like the more you do it, the more you get used to it, isn't it? So practice makes perfect.
Yeah, it's like for the most of computing bits and bobs, like designing the logos and bits and bobs, I can do that easily. But I'm not used to all the timings for. Let's just say putting the logo at the beginning and then clicking me in. But there's so many different programs, but they charge a bomb.
Yeah.
To be part of them, and for me, if I go spending money on, let's say £20 or £30 a month to be part of something, then that's one less box I can have. or less comics I can buy. So,
I don't spend anything if I can avoid it. I'd like to spend my money on comics. So I don't bother with any. I don't bother with any bells and whistles for my channel. It's just basically I've got a camera that I've had for a while. I used to use for filming gigs with, and I just use that. And I nearly sort of thought about buying a monthly subscription to a new video package, but I thought, you know what, I can't be bothered. There's no point. There's not enough people who watch my videos anyway to make it worth spending loads of money on. You know what I mean? So I just settle for bare minimum.
If I can find a free way to do it, I can do it that way. That's the way I generally do it. Like for a popular computer design software, I found a free copy of that online and cracked it so I can use it. So
dodgy download.
Utilize that a lot. Say again.
Is that dodgy download?
Yeah, dodgy download. Then work out if I can crack it if it's not cracked. So
fair enough.
If you can get something for free, I'll try and harvest. So
see what you can do. Got any comics lately? What have you been reading?
No, because if you heard,
I heard you had trouble getting the stuff over from America.
Give them bits and bobs from America because it's nice to get the variants. But it's funny because I collect for the art. I don't collect for the reading because I've got my memories of all the Marvel TV shows I used to do. But for me, it's the art. The art of the comic covers.
You're a cover collector then. You're not interested in.
That's why I collect.
Right.
Obviously, it's nice to get, let's say, first appearances or everything. But for me, it's that first bit you see on the shelf as you pick it up, which sells it to you.
Right.
I want that, and I'll put it on the wall.
You're more fan of like the modern variant.
For that reason.
You're not interested in
I
the old.
I prefer the what we all class as a comic and comic art. Like I can't. You've seen me open up, and you might have seen me mention with the 4 comics. They're all it's very like an artist picture.
I don't know, like comics. Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like as well. But most of these variants to me seem to be like that. So give me an old 70s, 80s comic when you've got some people talking on the cover and you've got some danger going on, so it makes you want to read it. But and
you get it out fish or something. Yeah, those are the comic kind of ones that I like. Even because even when you think about it, I'm into that's comic art for me.
Yeah.
That's what I collect for.
But you don't get that with variants much, though, do you? You hardly get any covers like that with variants anymore. As far as I know.
I've literally fallen for within the last few days. I've decided that I'm going to try and collect more of the Scotty Young variants.
It's kind of like cartoonish.
They're very cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very cartoony, quite comic-y, satirical that way. I do quite like them. But like the Thor some of the Thor comics look like they've been in a window for 10 years and faded as well.
Oh yeah, it's probably like a style, like a style that they've gone for, or something like that. Probably. But give me like an old Conan or something like that.
Yeah.
Good. Or a nice fight. You don't have a nice fight going on. A lot of them, to me, the ones that I see on people's channels, don't seem to have anything going on. It's just a beautiful picture of a villain or a hero, whatever's standing there, or like flying or something, but no kind of action going on. There's hardly ever any action or any sort of idea of what's actually happening in the story. And the people who do the cover art have got nothing to do with the people. They're completely separate from the people who actually make the comic. So they do a cover art. It's just like, when's this for a Spider-Man comic? I draw Spider-Man. Nothing to do to show you what the story is about. You know, it could be completely. There's no connection for me nowadays between the covers and the content. If you know what I mean. So that's why I like the old ones, because it shows you on the cover. On the cover, it's like, this is what's going to happen in this comic. This scene is going to be there. And to me, when I was a kid and I was looking at comic covers in my corner shop, and they'd be like, what's going to happen to the Flash this week? Look, he's been surrounded or something like that, and it's like, I've got to buy this one to find out what happens to him. That would be that's where comics resonate with me, when I can see something on the cover that makes me, care for the character and want to see what's going to happen to them this week, that kind of thing.
I was saying earlier about like in the shops, like when I was little. Obviously, I was born '82, but by the time I'm getting in the shop and looking at stuff, it'd be the '90s. Do you reckon a lot of the shops didn't have the stuff because there was that big everything in the '90s kind of went off, didn't it?
Yeah, it went into the comic shops, didn't it? It went to the comic shops. I don't think you saw them so much in the normal US mags. I don't think they was in the shops anymore. It was like UK reprints. They like thick reprint books of a few different comics kind of thing, which weren't the same. They weren't as good. But I mean, because I think everything went into local comic shops then, like specialist comic shops only kind of thing at that point. And that's when I think they kind of made it harder for new readers to get into them, because like you wasn't seeing them around the corner of every sweet shop used to have comics on the shelves. Every newsagent had comics on the shelf, so you'd see so many comics. You could, obviously you didn't have enough pocket money to buy them all, but I think a lot of kids don't see them anymore unless they go to a comic shop. Unless they actually went into a comic shop, they didn't bloody well see them. So I think that's kind of probably hurt the industry a fair bit. I don't know.
Yeah, because I always remember going into my local newsagent, and they would have an amazing variety of comic bits and bobs. That's where I always used to get the Beano from.
Yeah.
I always used to get that, and I always used to get the annual. I wish I'd kept them now, but they ended up.
Yeah, I had loads of.
When I was little.
I had loads of UK comics, like from as a kid. I wish I'd told my dad to buy me blinking superhero comics instead. But I quite liked the UK comics at the time. But they're all more kind of like geared to younger kids. Beano, the Dandy, Whizzer and Chips, Plug, Cheeky Weekly, all loads of ones like from before you were probably folded before you were born or something. I'm not too sure, but some really old, really sort of poor old comics. I ended up selling all them like on eBay a few years ago, apart from my 2000 ADs. But there were so many UK comics, and now there's barely any. And I don't think there's any UK comics now, is there? Other than 2000 AD, and maybe there's a Dandy Beano once a month or something. I'm not too sure.
I tell you what, it's not as easy, I don't think, to get the Dandy and Beano anymore. I think a lot of them are more or less digital.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That's the thing. There's so much different entertainment now that kids can get up to that the comics just completely lost it. The comics can't compete with video games and internet and everything that kids have got now. Might have been the same if I'd read loads of video games.
They wouldn't know how to read the speech bubbles, would they?
That's true. It's different world. What can you do, really?
The aspect of it. But Alexander, he'll do some reading the comics when he's a bit old. When his reading's got a lot better for some of the bigger words.
Yeah. But comics are good though. Comics, because I read comics as a kid. You learn so much from reading comics when you're a kid. I tell you, that's so many situations where I go, oh yeah, I remember I've learned that in a comic book. It'd be like it's something to do with science or something like that. There are so many tidbits of information you pick up from reading comics when you're a kid.
Yeah. Well, it's like Alexander, like obviously, with the reading of the comics, but then with Lego, we've done the Lego since he was, well, as you've seen, that they're very young really for Lego. But Alexander, I can give him
he was good
10-year-old Lego and follow the instructions.
Yeah, I was watching him the other day doing the electronic Lego, Bionicles or whatever it was. It was
he lost his temper a little bit eventually, but bless him, he does very well because that's like 7+. But some of that Lego, especially because it's more technic, let's say, he does very well and he understands a little bit of the programming of that. But he hasn't touched that for a couple of weeks because he's now back at school.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get his reading again, back on his reading and doing some maths and bits and bobs.
Yeah, cool.
But it's a bit better now he's back at school because, God, it's been a struggle because obviously you might have seen, I've mentioned a couple of times, that my wife's a nurse and like now she's on nights and the school didn't really want him and have I got a job or not? I help out on the farm, but I don't get paid for it. But I'm at home with the kids. But what am I meant to do when we're all locked up in the house? The wife's trying to sleep.
Yeah, it's not good.
And the two kids are running around. I can only shout and tell them off so many times, bless them, they're only kids.
Yeah, I know. It's
a lot easier now. So
I was thinking how horrible it must be for kids at this, with the whole corona, how scary it must be for them as well. Scary and locked in the house as well, not allowed out. So it's frustrating because of that. It's kind of, when you're an old fart like me, you're quite happy to stay at home and sit and read your comics and all that. But when you're a kid, you want to be out playing, don't you?
It's like my mother-in-law. She doesn't really go very far or do very much, but sometimes it's not the factor of that you can't do it, or not the factor of that you aren't doing it. It's just you wouldn't normally do it, so I'm not allowed to do it, so I'm more annoyed.
Yeah, it's a weird.
Have actually gone and done anything?
Yeah, it's true. Oh well, I've been looking
because obviously.
Sorry.
Carry on.
Carry on. Yeah, we've got a terrible lag here, haven't we? We've got a terrible lag because every time I sort of start talking, you're just about to talk, and we're going over each other by accident.
So I think it's just trying to get used to being live, isn't it?
Yeah, there's definitely a lag though as well. Definitely a lag, so we hear each other. I think after we speak, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So what's your favourite comic you've read recently then? Or are you just collecting for the covers?
I just collect for the artwork, and mainly I did start reading the Turtles ones and trying to catch up on that. But that's the hardest thing because obviously it was never available. So the storylines, where do I try and catch up on the storylines? Some of the Batman ones have interested me to get reading them, especially with the Joker 80th anniversary, and they seem to have been pretty interesting. But my love really is collecting them for the art.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm sticking them on the wall and display them like that. So I know everyone loves the storylines, and sometimes the storyline inside that comic is so much better than the cover. But when you can't change what you like and what you don't like really with the art. So I might get chance if I get chance. At the minute, I will be reading more of the Star Wars books because I'm into Star Wars. So
yeah.
When I get a good chance to sit down and do that, I'll catch up with them.
What made you start doing your channel?
Say again, sorry.
What made you start doing your channel?
Well, obviously being sat at home and not much to do, I'm thinking I need to get talking to people and get doing something. I've been watching franchise kicks for ages, and I thought sometimes there's bits and bobs that I buy and unbox, and I want to do some reviews because I struggled to find some of the reviews for some bits and bobs, and then it just kind of exploded with comics, and I fell in the deep end with the comics. Obviously, there's the Funko Pops, but I'll collect a couple of those because it's sentimental for some of the characters. But I'm not bothered about going mystery boxes or crazy stuff unless I can buy something, sell it, and then it rotates around on me buying more comics. Because what's it? A German mystery box company the other day messaged me and said he wanted me to unbox on my channel for his. But it's 70 or 80 quid worth of comic box. It's a lot for me. That's a lot of money to go out and spend.
Yeah.
Because I got the Choo Choo one. The Choo Choo comics was a little bit of a mistake because I saw Squatchy was doing his. He's doing his box, isn't he, with the artwork in it?
Oh,
and
yeah.
He posted a video. He posted a picture saying that he was of Choo Choo, but I didn't realise that, because I know some people have 2 different names on Instagram and everything. So I presumed that was his box going live. So I went and bought it. Obviously, I got some good comics in there.
Yeah.
But
That was a mistake.
I won't be able to afford the Squatchy box now. But oh well, because I do. I've got to keep that Spawn issue number 1 because I really do quite like that.
Yeah.
So
the decent one.
I'll get that. I might get that slabbed as well and show that on the channel and show people what that's like in the UK.
Right.
But
it's just the same.
It's just the same, is it? Really?
I think so. Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, it's the same company that does it. So I'm assuming they use the same, the same materials, same cases in that.
Yeah, just you can drop it off in London, can't you?
So apparently there is some place apparently that does it, but I've never been interested in having any comics slabbed. Got a couple that I think maybe one day I might do just to keep them secure. The ones that I know are worth a bit of money, and might want to sell one day.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, to me, it's expensive. It seems just too expensive to, when I've got any money to spare, I want to buy more comics with it. So I'd rather do that
especially for some of the
yeah. I try and buy cheap, but you can't always buy cheap, unfortunately. If you want to get the keys of the important ones in the run, then you have to spend some money. But I'm quite happy to get facsimiles if I can of like key comics, just so I've got them to go into the sets in my run kind of thing.
I still want to get my 361 Carnage and all the lead up and everything to around those comics. I want to try and collect those, but I wish I'd done that a few months ago because they've started skyrocketing in price.
Because the film's coming soon, isn't it? The film's coming with Carnage in it, so it's bound to have gone up. You're better off waiting now until the film's died out, probably. I might have to wait a couple of years and wait till the film speculation's gone down. I've got first Carnage. Yeah.
I'd be happy if it's not. I don't want it to be a 9.8 quality and pay for that aspect of it. As long as it's just good enough for me to have a display, I'd quite like that.
I think a few creases gives a comic character personally.
Yeah, it shows that it's been read and enjoyed.
Yeah, it's like it's like a woman. You don't want a woman who's like, you don't want a woman who's completely flawless because it's a bit boring. You want to have a little bit of a, little something to look at and think of them by,
Yes.
Like two laugh lines or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That geeky guy comics, he gets a load of Funko Pops. He was looking for a certain Funko Pop or something. Did you saying earlier on?
Was it Geek Garage or something?
No, Geeky Guy Comics is another London YouTuber, and he's always showing these pops he gets from this company in the UK. So if you're looking for a particular pop, try and find out what company it is that he goes to, because I think they've got a good selection if you're after something in particular.
Yeah, I quite like that Barking Palace one because obviously it's the UK, isn't it? So I quite like that.
What is that? Just the name of the pop?
Say again.
So is that the name of the pop, Barkenham?
Yeah, Barkingham.
Yeah.
Not
so it's like a
Barkingham. And
a dog version.
Like the soldier.
Like a beef eater.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't got any pops yet. I haven't got any pops yet. Maybe one day I might get one. We'll see how it happens, but no rush. Either Blue Beetle or Etrigan the Demon. That's the only ones I'm interested in.
Snoopy is my one of the ones I want.
Okay.
Snoopy and Woodstock, because thinking of it, comics, that was one of the main ones I always had.
Peanuts on it. Peanuts.
Yeah, Peanuts. Yeah, with Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Used to that, and thinking of it, Garfield. Always used to on the back of the Daily Express. Used to collect the comics, comic strips of that when I was little.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
So I did do comics, but it's mainly those kind of comics that I used to
newspaper strips
link to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fair enough.
But the difference with the different areas, because you down south, you might have had a different availability for items as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously it is rural here.
Yeah.
We don't get much. We don't even get much corona, luckily. But
that's the positive. Yeah, it's
yeah,
so
but
cool.
Everyone's kind of sketchy at the minute.
I'm kind of spoilt in London because I've got probably like 10 comic shops I can go and visit. Like if I can be bothered to travel, it's not too hard.
Yeah. Well, when I used to work all around. I used to work all around for Curry's PC World.
Yeah.
So I did work in Manchester, all over Leicester, and Old Kent Road. I did, helped restyle that new store. So I've been all over and stopped in different places. It's just now on a different aspect of life. I'd love to go back and see some of the shops and bits and bobs. But when I was working there, I was working like 60-hour weeks, 70-hour weeks. So you never got a chance to go shopping.
That's too much, man. Too much. So you're not working now? Then you're saying are you looking for work now? Or are you just being a house husband?
House husband at the minute. It's I'm a bit jack of all trades, because obviously I can do all the building bits and bobs and plumbing around the house. I'm quite adept at doing that. But I used to be a computer technician and a lecturer. But that was before I got with my current wife. Fell out with a head teacher who didn't know what he's doing with his school, and I walked away from the computing. So I haven't done it since. Obviously, I've still got my experience, still know what I'm doing to save us money, and get stuff for free. But I fell out of love with it, and I went and got a job with the US Air Force at Suffolk, and was working there. I thought I'll get a good job with a good pension, and I tried to transfer to near us is RAF Coningsby. But you can only get a job at RAF Coningsby if you have to. It's jobs for the boys there. You can only get your foot in the door if you know someone. It's very hard. So I was doing the lorry work, driving all around you've probably seen Pilgrim Food Service lorries, the silver lorries driving around delivering to restaurants and everything.
Oh, okay. So you've done shitloads of jobs then, by the sounds of it.
So I've driven all. Yeah, yeah. But what? And then more recently, with my lorry work, I was delivering roof trusses and bits and bobs all over the country. That was a fun job. But
you've
now
had about 3 different careers.
Trying to work how to work around with the kids, and I broke my neck on a motorbike accident 8 years ago now.
Wow.
I got smashed off the motorbike at 30 miles an hour, broke my neck. I've got permanently dislocated AC joint, broke my pelvis and everything. And now, 8 years on, I'm starting to get like the badness from it, and I've got arthritis in my feet. So it messes me up. I can do lots of jobs, but then once I've had a full day at it, I'm on my back due to the tablets. I'm on tablets every day. So it'd be nice to find something just to potter about to do. But it's just we struggle on. But I'm lucky because obviously my wife is a nurse, and she's training to be an ACP. And if you don't know what that is, it's a doctor on the cheap. It's a nurse with almost doctor qualification. So once she's fully trained at that, we'll be sorted. I can go for afternoon teas. I can do anything I want, but
yeah, you got a few people in chat. You should shout out, mate. You got a few people in chat. Got Quick Draw McGraw and Captain Comics.
And who else we got? I know we've got Night Owl.
Quick Draw McGraw.
Quick Draw McGraw. So just a minute. Let me go on the YouTube bit because often just a minute, that hasn't updated.
Yeah, Captain. Here's some. I picked up a bunch of Captain. I picked up any books lately. So I picked up a bunch of House of Mystery. I did a blog for it. My blog's just gone up actually. But this is what I've read today. I've read a couple of Conan. This is just read off my read pile today. Let's have a look. What else did I read today? Let's see, a couple of more Conan. A Super Friends. Did you ever see this TV show?
Do you get those comics pretty good prices then?
Yeah, pretty good. I get a lot on Facebook. I do a lot of quite a bit of eBay, and there's a few Facebook selling groups as well. And got a few regular sellers on there that I buy stuff from. And quite often they give me a good deal. Like there's one guy in particular, like he'll put it on for a certain price, and then if no one buys it, he'll say, "Are you interested in these?" And I'll say, "Yeah, can you knock the price down a bit though?" Anyway, he normally knocks off a few quid for me because I got a couple of nice Superboys the other day, which are pretty sweet. I thought a couple of nice old Superboys. Let me show you these as well. I've got still in this room. Most of my comics are in my other room actually. I've been playing Fallout all day, so I'm in the PS4 room. This is an old UK magazine, like Marvel reprints. Demon. Yeah. Right, I imagine it's from the 70s. Well, I had number 2 of this for years. I don't even know where I got number 2 from. But this same guy that I bought some House of Mystery from, he happened to have number 1 and number 3 of this Demon run. So I'm happy to have filled that out now. The only thing is now, I don't know where number 2 is. Number 2 is somewhere in the house in one of my many, many long boxes. So now I've got to try and find which box it's in so I can read them all again. I can read them all in order. But at the moment, I have no idea where number 2 is. I've got 31 short boxes and I think about 20 long boxes. And I need more. I need more.
Does it all take in one room?
No, it's in my bedroom. It's in my upstairs room. They're kind of contained within 2 rooms at the moment. But I need to get some more short boxes because at the moment I've got piles of comics like just sort of piled up with no box to put them in at the moment. Because when I get new comics come in and I start putting them away, I have a read pile. As soon as they come out of a read pile, put them in the read pile. And when I've read about a long box worth of like incoming comics, and then I go and try and put them away. And my system is not easy at all because I haven't got much space. UK homes are small, aren't they, compared to like American homes? We've got tiny little houses, haven't we? So my comics are basically on top of each other. I've got long boxes, like 9 high, behind one of my wardrobes, and like stacked up beside it. I've got like 9 short boxes stacked up beside it, and I've got various other cupboards with like short boxes on. In my bedroom, there's 2 stacks of 4 short boxes. I literally have one tiny little passageway to walk into my bedroom and get into my bed. Everything else is boxes like all over the floor, kind of thing. So it's a bit of a crazy hoarder kind of person. Bit of a crazy hoarder collection thing to do, but you can't help it, can you?
Have you seen Chad's
Sorry?
Have you seen Chad, who was on the chat earlier?
Have I seen his what?
Basement.
Basement? No, I haven't seen his basement. I don't think so. No. Oh yeah, Comic Code. Those were those
it's amazing. It's nice to have a basement like that or something, but.
I don't think I've seen that. I can't remember if I've seen it or not. But I'll say shout out to Comico Dino because those comics I read today were the ones that he sent me.
Yeah. What was I say? But then I'm luckier here because obviously we've got a nice size house, but we're rural, so the price of my house, detached house here, probably wouldn't even buy a flat in London area or in Essex
probably
or
not.
anything.
I don't own the house. I live in a council house. Live in a council house. There's no way I'd ever be able to buy a house in London.
For me, when both of us worked, how on earth someone would be able to afford a house in London? I just can't grasp it. You know, my mortgage is £600 a month, and that's enough money as it is, paying all the bills. So how on earth other people do it? It's just a different life, obviously.
Yeah,
So,
I don't understand. I never bothered. Every time even when I first started working, I tried looking into getting a mortgage on the council house that I'm living in, and even then I would never be able to get a mortgage for it. So, and I looked into it again. When my mum died because it was a council house in her name, and it was like, so I looked to see if I could buy it, even with the big discount that they give you. It was like, no way, not possible, not even feasible. If I did 3 jobs, I wouldn't be able to afford it.
Yeah, I can't see how people do it, and I wouldn't want that amount of stress on the head. But then, like I said, we're very lucky. I'm very lucky in this rural area that we can afford a house. But then our first house, we bought one of the when they sell the RAF houses off, we bought one of those cheap. So we made some money and then was able to move to this house where we live at the minute. So.
Yeah,
I can't when something spending £500,000. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's it's not good. You're lucky to get anything for less than $500,000, I think, in London.
Yeah, it's like there's a house which backs onto my mum and dad's farm, and it's up for 450,000, and that's it's regarding such of a price because it's got 6 acres of land with it. So if it hadn't done, they'd probably be up for 200, 250 or something.
Yeah,
but
not more reasonable.
Yeah, well, there's a posh village around here called Woodall Spa, and it's an old spa village. It's expensive in our area. The houses around there can be 400, 500,000, but they're very, very, very nice houses.
Yeah.
But if you might have heard of Woodall because Woodall Spa has the Petwood Hotel, and that's where Dam Busters were based during the war.
Right. Remember you saying you went to see it the other day, didn't you? You were saying.
Yeah, well, that was just a picture that I found online to show people of where. But literally, you forget what's on your doorstep when you're used to seeing it every day. So.
Yeah. Wonder Twins. Oh well.
So, what are your plans for tomorrow?
Just gonna laze. So I end up going to bed about 4 a.m. nowadays. I've gone because I'm like a natural night owl. I managed to get my timing back so I was going to bed at a reasonable time and getting up at a reasonable time. But it just crawled back around to staying up till 4. I don't stay in bed too long. I get up about 11 or something like that. But I'm naturally like a late night. And then I don't got nothing much to do. I've got no kids and nothing to worry about. I can't go and see my girlfriend at the moment because of these isolations. So I've not seen her for 2 months. So I just sit around reading comics, watching YouTube videos, playing Fallout. That's about it, really. Doing my daily blog.
I've seen that you've fallen for the Fallout game.
Yeah.
I've just recently completed Fallout 4. But I must have spent hours on it. It's brilliant.
I've been playing it for like 5 years.
But those are the kind of games that I like, where you actually spend it might be 60 quid, but you've been playing it for years, and there's lots of options.
Yeah.
So
there's nothing worse than paying
for Fallout
6. Nothing worse than playing. You're breaking up a bit, mate. You keep breaking up every now and again. I can't hear you very well.
You say again. What was you saying?
I said you were breaking up a little bit. You sort of start a sentence and then it kind of disappears halfway through you saying it.
I think it's because I saw you starting to move your mouth. I was like, oh, I'm jumping in and chopping you out, so I'd stop speaking.
Yeah, it's awkward. This time lag, it makes it very confusing.
Yeah, it's just strange. But then you can have a conversation across in the US and you don't get much lag. I don't get that.
Sometimes, yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know if it's maybe it's my blinking camera, maybe. I don't know.
Actually, normally your phone camera, and when you're running off your phone is faster and better than using the PC.
Yeah, I'm using a laptop, so that's probably
generally the phone is faster because that's what I use a lot of the time generally.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you use my phone webcam.
Well, you plug it into the computer, so it's working. I wouldn't even know how to do that, to be honest.
Yeah, you plug it into the computer and you can play around with different software to do it like that. Because you see, I didn't realise the price of some of those webcams that people are on about. They're £289, and your mobile has often got better autofocus and everything than them. So I'd rather use that. I'm obviously lucky because I've got my digital SLR, but I bought that. What would it be? A couple of years ago with some of the money that I got from a motorbike accident. So it'd be nice if it did, but it'd be a waste of money though, because obviously on StreamYard you can only do 720p.
Right. I didn't know that. Also, with the limited StreamYard, you only get so many hours per month, don't you?
I think is it 4 hours a day or 4 hours a month that you're able to do? It's not very long.
Yeah, I know it's not too long, but I've only done it a couple of times myself. Like, kind of tried doing a couple of streams and no one was that interested, so I stopped bothering.
Yeah, but the more that you do it, some things that you might get used to it. So
yeah,
like with my comic pools, not many people watch those. So
not many people watch much at all, to be honest. It's kind of like a lot of the time it's people just want people to watch their videos, but don't really watch other people's videos. I find anyway. So that's what I get the impression of. So I've got like a kind of a rule now, and I watch someone's video. I comment every single video I watch. I watch the whole video, and I always comment on every video, and I always give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I always try and make a comment because I want people to know that I'm watching them and they're getting, they're being supported and I'm listening to what they're saying, kind of thing. Just because I think it gives people encouragement to do that. But when I do that, if I do that like 10, 20 times and they never watch any of my videos or comment on my videos, I just stop watching their videos. It's like, okay, you don't want to like have a bit of a to and fro friendship kind of thing. So I'm not going to bother watching your videos anymore. If you don't bother to watch mine, obviously you don't want to be friends, so I won't bother.
Did you see? I'd actually on my end of my last video, I'd added in the link for that other girl.
What other girl?
The competition.
Oh, Matilda.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, no, I haven't seen that. No, which one? What video was it?
It was the Comic Vantage one with the Funko Pop. Because the way I upload,
today?
It's not as easy for me to add it. Let me show you.
Was it today you did it?
That'd be the easy one. No, it was a couple of days ago.
All right, because I said on the video, you got to just tag me in it, or like if you copy the link and post it in any of my videos, I will see it and I can add you to the list?
I think I did tag you. But you know what it's like, we all miss stuff, so
Yeah, I know, it's really impossible to see everything. But if you just copy the web address and post it on any of my comments, because I always should see the comments, because there's like, I always go into the video manager and it gives me all the comments, even the ones that I've missed, kind of thing.
yeah. Let me show you. Yeah.
But this is the worst thing that annoys me. You can't tag people through you can't like people's channels via the chat anymore. That is so annoying. That's why I
think when I got into it and started doing a lot of lives, they're just taken that away. So I can understand what it's like going, oh, I want to check out that chat person, but clicking them. But I never saw that opportunity, if you know. No,
yeah,
so I just missed that.
it's making like channel growth a hell of a lot slower. Because I would always, like, when I went in a chat stream, every name I didn't recognise, I'd go and check out their channel and add them. And they, and probably people probably did the same thing. But now it's not an option, and you've got to blinking copy and paste their name into another window and hope that their channel pops up. It's just not worth it anymore. It's just a right pain.
I mean, and when I'm facing for watching people and do their tutorial comic boxes, the amount of people I've realised actually don't actually put on the descriptions what they're unboxing.
Yeah.
They might put a picture on but then it might be covered up. So how on earth are you meant to find out they're unboxing a certain box? I do not know.
Yeah.
Let's just mute. It's muted already.
Bob's quite fun. Season 9 mystery pop in the USA. I'm going to go to your channel and find it myself as well. Because, like you say, there's so many blinking videos pop up, it's impossible to bloody well see them all. So look, see if I can find you all.
If you're watching now, just at the end of the video, then I close it off, and there you go.
Hold on a sec. Right,
the next one, I'm going to do your.
Cool, excellent.
Next one, I'm going to do your.
My share. Cool. Just when you do the video, just I've watched that video. Then how come I never saw that? I watched that 3 days ago. According to this, I've watched that video.
You probably got to that bit, and you probably did like everyone else, and don't watch to the end because I never have anything there normally, do I?
Did it come up after the credits or something?
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
It comes just when you want to close down, and you see, thanks for watching, and goodbye for now, and then it comes up then. Well, you probably just totally missed it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, if it was right at the end, I probably missed it. Because I've watched the video. As I say, I normally watch. So,
that's why I put the credits for patrons at the beginning, so people actually have to watch it.
Yeah. But what sometimes happens as well, because I'm watching lots of videos, sometimes I'm reading comics at the same time. So like I'm watching with half a blinking brain while I'm concentrating on the comic with the other half, and I'm going like this, backwards and forwards, like between the video and the comic book. So sometimes I do miss some stuff.
Or the amount of times you're actually talking away on the chat and you're not actually watching the video.
Yeah, that happens.
I've done that with some channels. You don't even know what they're talking about. You're too busy chatting to someone on the chat bit.
Like someone says something, you suddenly look at, you suddenly think, what are they saying? I missed what they're actually talking about. Like you say, you're too busy chatting in chat. Does happen.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's nearly 1 o'clock.
Yeah, well, today we've got a new mattress today, so I've got a new bed upstairs I can go to sleep in. So.
Oh, okay. Is your missus working now? Is she working nights, you say?
Yeah, she's on nights. So she got 2 nights, and then day off, and then she's got the Saturday and Sunday or Sunday night. She's starting on nights again. So
Right.
And then at the end of the month, she goes back to her original position training to be a practitioner. So,
Right.
and then her master's degree stuff will start again. So
Yeah. Clever lady.
that'll be crazy trying to work around that. So that'll be like 3 years of not seeing her as much because she'll be doing more degree work. So
Yeah, it's tricky.
it's work.
It's tricky stuff, isn't it? Really?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since she's been a cadet nurse since she was since she finished school, so she's always done it. It's what she's always wanted to do. And I was told her ages ago, you may as well train to be a practitioner. And some of the doctors have told her, well, why don't you just do an extra year and be a doctor? And she said, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to be a really good nurse. So
fair enough. So you got to be pretty smart to do that kind of thing. You got to have good nerves as well, I should think.
Yeah.
Like looking after patients and all that kind of thing. Not for me, thanks.
Yeah. You'll laugh though, because obviously everything COVID, really in our area we haven't been hit very hard at all. So
That's
she's
good.
sending me some pictures sometimes, and what was it? Someone had sent in to the Lincoln Hospital the other week, a few weeks ago when because she got sent to Boston Hospital at the minute, but she works at Lincoln. Some old boy comes in one day with a brand new bike and a helmet to give away.
Right.
So they got given tons of stuff. So she was riding it around A&E to try and get raffle tickets for it.
All right.
So,
all right. Fair enough. Oh dear.
So it's been, and they've received lots of free food and bits and bobs. So my wife's wanting to doing some more exercise because obviously it's no good getting all this free food, is it? So
Yeah. No. Yeah, you end up getting fat like me.
It's been a different world in comparison to for you down south, I imagine.
Yeah, London's the worst hit, isn't it? 'Cause there's so many people in close proximity.
Yeah, and then all these people protesting at the minute. We will have a second wave, won't we?
Yeah, it seems like a possibility to me. And Boris wants to get everyone back to work, doesn't he? Because he doesn't want to. The economy's suffering, so he wants to get people back working now.
Well, it just seems like we'll not go too far into politics, but then it seems you can't do no good. They're saying, "Oh, we want to get the country running back again," and then they're knocking for trying to do it. And we all don't really know what to do or how to get on. But I think we need to get a workload back on and try and work out how we do get back to a normal situation. We're not going to have it. It's going to be very different, isn't it? So.
It's politics all over, isn't it? You can, someone will always slam you for something. If you do one thing, you get slammed by one lot. You do another thing, you get slammed by another lot, and it's like pretty much anything in life. It's a losing situation, isn't it? Really, you can't blame everyone. So you've got to try and do what you think is best, I suppose.
Then like for me, with the schools, they don't want the kids, but what do you call the trade unions and everything saying, "Oh, why should the teachers go back to school? Because it's not safe for them." Well, it's not safe for my wife to be at the hospital, but she goes to work and looks after people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's
Why is it okay for one person but not for another?
Yeah, it's true. I think the idea was they were worried about if everyone gets sick, then they'll all be in the hospital. The hospital will be overrun, won't it? I think that's what they were worried about. And
yeah, but I think we've got over those stages now, haven't we? Really, I think.
Yeah, but it's going to happen. Just like you say there, if there's a sudden second wave or whatever, or another massive bloody you know, I don't think they did very well with it because the death rate is high as well. Not just the amount of people, but the actual rate of people who get it, who actually die, seems to be quite high in the UK as well, doesn't it?
Have you seen though some of the old policy? A lot of the deaths that they're reporting aren't deaths due to COVID.
Right.
So one person, I probably shouldn't say, but obviously I know a little bit of different sides from hospital. One person died of a heart attack, and it said in the death certificate that it was COVID.
Mm.
So, and all this testing, there's no point. All this testing doesn't really make much of a difference. But the test that they're doing, so let's say they're trying to hit 100,000 tests, but that is only 50,000 people. So they count that test for up the nose and at the back of the throat as two separate tests.
Right.
For one person. It's like anything. It's how everyone, no matter who's in government, it's all the statistics are all doctored, aren't they, to read what people want to hear.
Basically, they have ways of saying.
So,
the way of using numbers and saying sentences which are like magic. They can magically make statistics appear to whatever they want them to.
Yeah. Or you can read them to see whatever you want, can't
you? Yeah.
But, it's just messed everything up because we'd had some days out in London and everything and driving around, but there's nothing much you can do.
Yeah.
So
people blinking missed holidays and all that. I was listening to a podcast today, and it was talking about this couple who, for their like 70th birthday or something, they went on a cruise, South American cruise, and they've been stuck for like, I don't know, 2-3 months now, not being able to get off the boat, stuck in their cabins on this blinking luxury cruise. Just, you know, that kind of makes you think that, you know, maybe you haven't got it so bad. You know what I mean? You may have been stuck.
There's always someone worse off, isn't there?
Yeah.
So, like, we should have been going to France twice now, and we couldn't go do that. So
it's a shame. What you do, like,
and like for my channel,
for a channel, what?
It's meant to be a bit of everything of that we do: holidays, history, comics.
Winking's in the house.
We got Alex here. Just a minute. I need to do something. In fact,
the company man. The company man is here.
Yeah, the company man. I still haven't got a boardroom certified. I've got my other sticker. I'll have to wait to win something else.
His channel.
Thank you very much, Alex, for checking it out.
His channel has taken off.
Say again, sorry.
His channel has taken off like nobody's business.
A lot helped Alex as well when Franchise Kicks mentioned his channel. He must have got 800 subs just due to that. That helped him no end.
Okay. I don't even know Franchise. I've never ever seen it. I don't think I've subbed to it.
He does a lot of comics, but I must admit, I think Alex will overtake him because the amount of business money he puts into the boardroom,
he'll
overtake Franchise Kicks.
I want to know what company it is he's working for, and will they give me some money so I can buy some boxes? I'll work part-time for him. Yeah, I'm totally not into mystery boxes now. It's totally not. I quite don't mind watching the odd opening of a mystery box to see people what they get in there. But when it comes to myself, I would never buy one. I don't think. I tell a lie. I bought a couple of mystery boxes. It was like 100 comics for 20 quid. There's no way I could lose that. You know, 100 comics for 20 quid. That was like, you know, that was an easy deal. You know? and that included postage. So I was like, yeah, that was all right. And I got a few decent comics in there, and I've got plenty more that I can eventually, when I stop being a lazy ass, I can sell them somewhere down the line. So it's paid for itself. But I couldn't. I don't know. Sometimes I see some of these 100, even $50 boxes, $40 boxes. I look at it, I go, no, that's not for me.
I think when Alex did the $300 mystery box, I was there like, ouch, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
you're bound to get, but you're spending that much money, you're bound to get, you best get something big out of a $300 box.
Yeah, yeah. So, sometimes I do see some of them, and I'm like, but I suppose it's just a matter of what taste what your tastes are, isn't it? If like there was an expensive box, it's all full of variants. For me, it would be like, not fast. Especially some of these variants, like the brand new variants, they say, oh, this is worth $40. It's because that's what people are paying for it this month. But 3 months down the line, people aren't going to be paying $40 for that variant.
No, they're not as big. It's the problem with that Spider-Man booth. Sometimes by the time you actually get the box shipped to you,
it's already gone.
They're not even worth that. Because normally anything on the ticket price, half it, and take off $5, and you might be right. But
video tonight,
but it's a gamble.
Yeah,
I don't mind spending up to around £30 for a mystery box, but the £100 ones for me are generally out of my price range.
I think they've got like if you're someone who like hasn't got that many comics yet and you wanted to just get you're happy to get random comics and you like to experience new comics, I think it's a good thing because you'll just get some random ones you've not seen before, maybe ones that you want to start collecting once you get the one comic of it. But with me, I've got so many comics already and I'm focused of what I want, what titles, what series and what runs I want to fill in. Just me, it wouldn't make any sense to get a mystery box. But if I was like loaded with money, I might buy one now and again just for a laugh or just to see if I can win a big key or something like that. But other than that, they're quite fun to watch opening as well.
I'm interested to see what this box is Alex is on about now that it's dropping tonight, or it might already be on. Let's do a bit of let's see if I can find this box.
It may not dropped yet.
It might not. Yeah, but it might not drop until probably 2 o'clock, possibly. I know 1 or 2 o'clock generally they often drop.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. See if I can.
But what's going on with you? Got all your M3 Lions caps and t-shirts now, have you?
I bought the t-shirt and the hoodie because then I thought at least if I put them on, it doesn't look like I'm wearing something on purpose for the video rather than wearing my favourite top or something that I conveniently have on every time I do a video. Or if it doesn't look as bad when let's say get 5 or 6 boxes all at the same time and pre-record the videos.
Yeah.
So, and the cups I got for my Patreon members, and like anything, you can buy like 500 cups for like 500 quid, but I'm not doing that. It isn't about the money for my Patreon. If they're putting money in, if I can try and get them cups or hoodies or bits and bobs, so their money they're putting in, they're getting something back for it. If you see what I mean.
There's 20 minutes. His videos up.
Yes, it'd be nice to get tons of money from it, but that's not my reason for it. It helps me buy the money go towards getting more boxes and showing, let's say, everyone in the UK some of the American boxes, because some of the UK boxes are, in my opinion, sometimes aren't that great in comparison.
Yeah, I've not seen that many UK boxes, to be honest. I've not seen that many people do UK boxes. I think I saw one or two on your channel.
You've got comicbox.co.uk, but then that's like what I class that as now is a starter box where you want to get into something, but then like now, I keep on showing it because what is it? It's £10 for me delivered because I did a promo, so I get that box for £10 a month. And sometimes I'm very lucky and get some extra ones from him. So
that's cool. You sell your comics, like only ones you don't want.
When I tried to find, I sell them. You don't really make. If I get my money back for the box, that's the main thing. I'm not on about making money. Just if I can get enough money to rotate around and show people different boxes and get people into the comic scene as well, that would be nice.
So what?
I'm just looking now. All we've got is the IRA Authentics box. They're about $115 off the top of my head, I think. Memory serves me right.
I couldn't part with that amount of money without knowing what I'm getting. It would feel too much of a gamble for me to be happy with, you know.
Yeah, I totally understand what you mean because, let's say if I've got tons of money, you don't worry. You just buy. You can keep on rotating around, and the only time you have to worry is when you've got too much stuff and you need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So.
Your channel.
20 minutes, Alex.
Yeah.
Video uploads. So
your surname is Booth, isn't it?
Yes, it was all a pun because M3 Lions means Martyn from England because obviously 3 lions, and that is what I always used to use as my call name on Counter-Strike or on online games years ago. So my channel was going to be M3 Lions, and then I saw that other people were doing like that Spider-Man booth and everything, so I thought I'll go for M3 Lions information booth as a bit of a fun.
Right.
Do something different.
Yeah.
Was it chatting on live, and they went, they put MiB, and I didn't realise, I never shortened it before, so I didn't realise it's talking to me. So that's why I put Martyn MiB on now, just to shorten it a little bit. So it's all just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So, and like with the cups don't cost very much, and we needed a few more cups in the cupboard, and for £8, it's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got Patreon, but it's for my heavy metal podcast that I do.
Was that from your heavy metal podcast?
Yeah, so I've currently got 4 patrons. That's $4 a month. It adds up. Because I've been doing it for about 3 years now, and so I actually managed to get a nice comic out of it. I managed to get the first appearance of Falcon. I saved up all the money that people were sending me, and I got the first appearance of Falcon, so that was quite good. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go because I need to go loo.
Yeah, I'll let you go then, and then I guess I'll get all tucked up in bed, and I'll let you get off. Then I'll thank everyone for watching and putting up with me, us, and everyone else.
See you later, mate.
See you later. I should be spinning the wheel possibly now. Now is my camera focusing? Let's slip down a bit. We haven't got as good setup as you, Alex, if you're still there. Right. So there's no spin of the wheel here, so I've only got 4 people watching. So unless anyone else wants to drop in or come on, we'll sign out because it's, well, I'm okay at the minute because I'm not tired because I have an afternoon nap. So it's 1:15 here in the UK. So let's go through and thank everyone that was on for watching. Obviously the Grayman was there, what to do, so I don't know whether he's still here. I know Samuel Taylor, the Patreon, he's gone. Comic Dino might be listening in. Luke Inbounds, thank you. Warlord, he might be finishing work soon, possibly. I'm unsure. And I think that's Retro Comics. Lee was here as well. And that's it. And the main man, obviously, boardroom certified Alex was here as well. So thank you everyone that was on here, and come check out Flash Ray videos as well. Night Owl and my fun company. Jigs, I missed you. I meant to mention and say hello to you. Captain Comics, you still might be here, I'm guessing. Let's just check. Haven't missed anyone out on here. No, I think I've mentioned everyone. So thank you everyone for watching, and fun, and the Funko soda at the beginning of the video. So let's see if I can sign you out nicely now. So thank you and goodbye, and we'll see you for our next box will be Sunday, I think, and I'll post that before Alex Winking goes live, and that'll be a mainstream comics box. So we'll see. You can watch that on Sunday. If I post it then, it should be then. And thank you and goodbye. Is this going to work? Get her on.